Welcome, comic lovers. Old comic book guy coming at you with something a little different. I'm going to call this a comic shout-out. That's what I'm going to call it. Yes. So one of my subscribers has mentioned in the comments on a couple of videos that he had a letter in an All-Star Squadron and a fan letter. And I was like, that's cool. And he would say it was in one of the ones I did. And when I'd look back, I'd be like, wow, that was a chunk of All-Star Squadron, right? Because we all know I usually end up with a bunch of them, right? And I was like, oh. And then last one he said, and I looked through all of those, the 5 that I was doing in the giveaway, and it wasn't in there. And I thought, okay, all right, let's do it. Let's just find it. So that's what I did. I went on a hunt and found it. I basically went from those 5 and started going forward and backwards because he knew it was around there. And I thought sooner or later I'm going to get to it. And if I have to go through all of them, I will. What a joy to reread a bunch of All-Star Squadron. Because whenever you open one, you end up getting sucked in. And that's what happened to me. So I spent a lot of time reading All-Star Squadron and looking at letters page. So without further story behind this, this is Anthony Purdue. This is the book. It is All-Star Squadron number 48. Awesome. And this one's a newsstand. And I was like, awesome, let's find it. And I'm going to show this too, just because it's cool too. So, nice pinups. First we have Dr. Midnight and Hootie the Owl. And then we have Wonder Woman and Green Lantern and Dobie Dickles, the Cappy. So much fun. All right, on to the letter. I can just show you the whole book and just really get a kick out of it. So, and it is here. So, let's see if I can zoom in enough to see that. There we go. So there it is, and there's his letter. So I'm going to read it. And Anthony, if you haven't seen it in a long time, here's to you, man. So, Dear Roy, All-Star Squadron is the best team magazine on the market. Its use of both the JSA and other DC heroines of that period actually... and now, let's see, DC heroes and heroines of that period. Actual and new, such as Commander Steel, Amazing Man, and Firebrand. Those were all new characters. Amazing Man and Firebrand in this series, and Commander Steel in his own series by Jerry Conway. I think that was in the late 70s, maybe early 80s that one came about. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Commander Steel, Amazing Man, and Firebrand is great. Do your plans include, like, in detail, like he had this going, you had it going on, Anthony, having the other All-Stars like Aquaman, The Whip, and Mr. America add their talents? That would have been cool, because that Aquaman isn't like Aquaman now, right? He's the son of a famous undersea explorer. How cool would that be? All right, sorry, I got excited. Doing an occasional day in the life issue of some of the least featured All-Stars. That would have been so cool. Doing an issue wherein the Earth 2 Teen Titans, so that would be Robin, Speedy, Wing, the Little Boy Blue, etc., combined talents against an enemy. Okay, I want to start right here and say I agree, and I agree in who you thought was a teen. In fact, I would have dollars to donuts bet that all those people were teens, and then we'll talk when he gives his answer, because I'll read that too. 4, developing other minority heroes, heroines, whose appearances will add to the DC reality. Basically, like they have done with one minority in the 80s, the women still qualified. I'm just stating fact, not opinion. So Firebrand, and of course Amazing Man, and then Tsunami. So yeah, very awesome. And then he says, All-Star Squadron has accomplished its main purpose as I see it, teaming heroes and heroines who never had the chance to meet during the Golden Age. National DC is where legends live. And then Roy responds, just like the slogan says, huh? Actually, I'd like to do all of the above types of stories sooner or later, though Wing is hardly a teenager. And I went, wait. I gotta say that's news to me. I kind of pictured Wing as being about the same age as Speedy. From the 7 Soldiers of Victory, I would have, yes. Like if you'd have told me, what is it? Hop from the Blackhawks. If you'd have said he's older, I would have said yes, I know that. Wing, I would have swore as a teenager. So that's news to me. I did not realize that he, at that point, Roy at least, was not considering him a teenager. But there are just so many hours in a day or pages in an issue. Keep watching, though, and maybe one day we'll both get our wishes. I thought it was awesome that, one, that they did answer. Like, this is something we don't think of so much in our digital age, but he would sit down and type up a response, Roy would, to these letters. And I wonder how many letters he responded to, and when it came time to put them in, like some of them didn't fit. So they'd probably use certain ones to make them fit. Obviously, certain ones, Roy would probably say, this has to go in. And it would go in. And because you look, and some of these are long. Anthony's is not too bad. But some of them, well, his answer to this one, he went long. So there's a different one. And this is his answer. Like, yeah, he got long on the answer. So, like, they couldn't fit everything in. So, yeah, kind of makes you wonder. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought I had to include it. I just really thought it was well done. And I wanted to make sure that Anthony knew that I looked this sucker up. Man, I was going to find it. Some other things. So this is a shout out to one of my subscribers. Let's shout out some more. So I want to mention a few of my subscribers. I'm not mentioning everybody, but I'm going to try to maybe do this on a regular basis, because I think it's important that you guys maybe get thoughts on other channels. So first one, Daz, the Comic Key Chaser. Daz is out of the UK. Comic haul similar to what I do. Usually he's targeting keys, so his are definitely like the higher end things. I usually just share everything, so you get some of the high end, you get some of the mid range. He's out of the UK. I don't know exactly where. I could tell you places he's visited because he's talked about them, but that's what tells me he's in the UK. And awesome channel. I will often run, I don't know if anybody else does this, maybe it's just me. I am kind of weird, but like when I'm sorting my books and when I'm even when I'm writing down what I'm gonna, what I got, what do I know about this, and I kind of jot down ideas, and then I start from there. Okay, from here, this is what I'm going to talk about. Well, even while I'm doing that, I'm listening to other YouTubers, and when I'm sorting my books, like to catalog them, which I don't do anywhere near enough, but when I am, I'm watching them, or I have them on in the background. So his channel is just a wonderful channel. Run through lots of his playlists while I'm working. The other one is Jackson Roykirk. He does nostalgia from days gone by. So everything from TV shows, commercials, comics, of course, movies, toys, all sorts of stuff. He had some stuff up not too long ago about Thundercats and stuff like that. And I just love watching those sort of things. But he does comics also, so that's always fun. And then Chop and Drop 2013. He does comic hauls, and he does a Sunday, Sunday, S-U-N, and then Sunday, S-O-N, where he does a video game episode with his son. And that's kind of cool. They've been doing that for a while now, and his son's walked through a bunch of different games that they've kind of, I don't know if he's necessarily, he's just kind of a walk. I don't know what you would call that in video game lingo, but walks through some video games, and it's it's kind of cool. But he does do comic hauls, and that's kind of what I tend to watch more than anything else. And I think it's awesome. So those are 3, and I'm going to try to make this a weekly thing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So every week you're going to hear some of my, I don't know, shout outs to other channels. It's a community, and we grow it together, or we hinder it together, and I want to grow it together. So there's my shout out. Wonderful, wonderful stuff to watch and to listen to. So when you get a chance, take a look at them. I will put links in the descriptions, and maybe even some of my favorites from them. Maybe links to those videos. All right, that's all I have. I wanted to let Anthony know that I did find that, and I wanted to make sure that he knew I was paying attention. I do answer every, or try to answer every comment that's left. I'll do my best always. So awesome. You guys take care of yourselves. Have a good day.